Hey guys, I'm Untitled with Sub-07 and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen. Last time, we began exploration of Seven Island, heading into the Cerulean Canyon, and even managed to find ourselves one of the farthest Pokemon down in the Pokemon National Dex. If I can get all the way down here. Larvitar. This episode, though, we've headed south even further past the canyon to Tanabe Ruins. There's quite a lot of stuff around here. There's also one new encounter we can find here, potentially. That is definitely not it, unfortunately. So yeah, FireRed got its exclusive encounter in the form of Skarmory in the Cerulean Canyon. LeafGreen's exclusive encounter is here in Tanabe Ruins out in the water. It's Mantine. Mantine is not bad, but it's definitely something you might not expect to be as good as it is. It's a water flying type similar to Gyarados, meaning it has some kind of awkward ways to attack it outside of using electric. But it's actually pretty well versed special defense wise, and you could do a lot worse than having Mantine on your team as your water type. I don't think it's the best water type in the world, but it learns some decent enough moves and its stats are relatively built so that it can take hits pretty well. Can't give them back as well, but what are you going to do? But anyway, there's mostly just a lot of water to travel here and a bunch of ruins as we discussed, because, well, Tanabe Ruins. But we're going to start by heading to the right. There's a few different places you can enter first, but they all serve the similar purpose, and the room on the right is actually the biggest one, so we might as well check that out first. Mystic Pokemon is said to sleep inside here. Mystic, yes. Good, I don't know about that. You got a Geodude. I put big text in the front of the party. So I guess I'm just going to have to Earthquake all of your guys, because you're probably just carrying a bunch of rocks. Graveler? Yeah, that's what I figured. There's going to be a lot of rocks. Please die. Thank you. And one more Graveler. That's good. Ah, damn it. Actually lived. Don't you Earthquake back at me. How dare you? That's my job. I am Bull, causer of earthquakes. How dare you do it first? Or do it against me, sorry. You didn't do it first. I did it first. And I did it better. Now get out. I'm not doing much good in battle. I mean, yeah, decent level Pokemon, honestly. I hear there are other ruins like this one here. Might they be the resting places of other mystic Pokemon? Yeah. Probably. Mantine Cavern. Or Chamber. Now, if we came here without accessing Tanabe Key, there would be nothing here. Nothing at all. But since we did come here, there's a new encounter. Unknown. Unknown sucks. It's really not worth using this thing at all on your team. There are more Pokemon that are established as being significantly stronger in the lore of Pokemon instead of actually in terms of use. They only have one move at their disposal, Hidden Power, which, depending on a bunch of factors, can be basically any type. Unknown come in all shapes and sizes, covering every letter of the alphabet, as well as exclamation mark and question mark. I believe Mantine Chamber here is a 99% chance of finding Unknown A and a 1% chance of Unknown question mark. There's a lot of Unknown here. I don't think they serve any sort of alternate purpose in this game, but usually you can find someone who's like asking to see multiple Unknowns of different kinds. I like Unknown as a concept, but I really wish there was something they did to make Unknown better. Like, an evolution would be so much better. Because whenever they brought up in, like, the movies or the anime, they're like some sort of mysterious, hyper-competent force that is able to bend reality itself. But that also only applies when there's, like, thousands of these guys together. If they're by themselves, they're basically worthless. Which is basically a good way to sum up Unknown in general. Basically worthless. I'm just honestly doing a bit of wandering to see if we can get an unknown question mark to show up. It probably won't, but I could try. But yeah, there's actually like 7 or so chambers that you can get around here, and the chambers are from right to left. Mantine Chamber, Lip 2 Chamber, Weepeth Chamber, Dilford Chamber, Goofif Chamber, Rixie Chamber, and Voyapois Chamber. They're very, very interesting names. I don't really get any of them. I'm also confused as to why Rixie's here. Oh wait, no, that's not my girlfriend. Anyways, let's, I guess we can look at the other ones, I suppose. Again, I don't really see the need to explore most of these, as all they do is just give you more chances for unknown. There's no hell items in any of these chambers, and they all are kinda useless. Like, I like unknown as a concept, I really do, but it sucks to use as a Pokemon. When your stats across the board are 48, outside of your physical attack and special attack, who wants to use you? Like, honest to God, if there's one Pokemon I wish could get an evolution outside of Dunsparce, it would be Unknown, because I think there's so much you could do with this that no one bothers to do. So much you could do here. There's a couple other trainers we can get around here if you want to fight them, but they don't really have anything of note either. Oh! Okay, wasn't expecting to find you today. That was a 5% encounter, but I'll take that. What do I want to do here? I'll try burning you, actually. Let's see how that fares. Ow. Okay, we're gonna try and roast you, because you're resistant to fire. Please survive it. Thank you. Yeah, it is part flying type, so it can learn wing attack. I do actually like Mantine's design. I like the fact that it's based off an Eagle Ray. At least I think it's Eagle Ray. It's some sort of ray, probably Eagle Ray. But I don't know, something about it is charming to me. Anyways, you're a bit lower on health, so we can switch back to Emperor. Mantines also have kind of low catch rates, so if you want to catch one, make sure you get it low and get a status ailment on it. Don't lower my speed, come on. Go to sleep, please. I said go to sleep, stop spraying me with bubbles. It's not nice. Thank you. That's better. Great ball. Ah! So close. I mean, you do have a low catch rate. It might be better to just try one of the Ultra Balls. There we go. Nice. As it majestically swims, it doesn't care if Rematch attached to it to scavenge for leftovers. Don't really got any interesting nicknames, so I'm just gonna call you Ray, because, well, that is what you are, after all. Plus, Ray's a decent enough name. But yeah, these other ruins out here aren't really that big of a deal for us, so I think we're just about done with the Sevi Islands. I'm not saying we're done with post-game, though, because there is technically one more big thing we can do in post-game. Well, two things we can do, but one big thing we're going to be wanting to do first. Because since we're doing post-game, there is going to be a rematch with the Elite Four to kind of celebrate that, because Elite Four do get tougher after you finish up post-game. They get a lot tougher. And yeah, here's the rest of the Sevi Islands. Nothing of note, I'd say. Don't really bother unless you really need to have your unknown collection. God help you if you do, honestly. Let's head back to Seven Island. But ultimately, there's one more major thing that we can do that is specifically tied to post-game. It isn't just, oh, the Elite Four got tougher. First, I'm going to heal up, though. Alright. Well, only one thing left to do at this point. Time to head home. Ahoy there! Where do you want to sail? Vermilion, please. All aboard Sea Gallop, high speed 7. Alright, back in Kanto finally. It's been a long time. But we're not here just specifically to go fight the Elite Four. You guys do remember Cerulean Cave, of course, but there's a separate thing that we could be doing. And ultimately, for it to work, I need something to be of a relatively high level. We're going to grab some repels, and I'm going to grab myself something that is under level 50 is what you need. Let's see what we have that can actually fit that bill. Ray could work. If I'm feeling ballsy, we could actually also use Clicker. There he is. Yeah, we'll use Clicker. Sure, why not? You can go in place of Senko. Now, of course, we need to get a lot of repelled for this. And if you've played Pokemon before and have encountered what we're going to be encountering, you know this is going to be a bit of a long process. I'm going to be getting a lot of you. So what you want to do is have the Pokemon that's lower than level 50 in the front of your party. Scroll over to your repels, because you're going to need them. Let's also equip the bicycle real fast, because I feel like that could be useful. What you want to do is find a route that is relatively wide open and will tie into another route. For example, if we can, say, get back to... what's a good spot? Oh, I know a good spot, actually. Change of plans, as it turns out, because I realized this would be a lot easier if I use something like, say, Ray, because Ray is a high enough level that we can avoid basically anything in any route. And we've also taken the liberty of moving to Fuchsia City. Why are we in Fuchsia? Because it's actually the closest spot that we have to multiple routes at once. And you're going to want to do a lot of fast traveling between routes for this. Here's what you're going to want to do. Get your repels ready. Use one. Make sure the person leading is below level 50. But is high enough that you won't run into any other wild encounters. And for the record, this only applies to the mainland of Kanto. Don't try to do this on the Sevi Islands. It won't work. Yeah, that checks. This might take us a while, as, well, it usually does. If you don't see anything at all pop up from the tall grass, don't bother, just move to another route and try and check out over there. Unfortunately, this is also not like Generation 5, where you can simply use another repel right away if one runs out. Moving locations again, we're actually trying a different approach now. Mostly because I feel like the other spot is not working. On that bike back on. And again, just have something under level 50 in your party at the front. Use a lot of repels, because I've taken liberty of buying more. And if nothing pops up, just move to another spot and try over there. This thing that we're after likes to move a lot, and it can be kind of finicky to track. Just make sure as well the place you're going to also has wild grass, so you can try that. Repel's effect wore off. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but it probably will. I'll see you guys when / if something important happens.
2 hours later.
Oh my god, it actually worked. There it freaking is. Oh my god. I thought that was going to take longer. I'm just going to close that door. I was expecting this to take a while. Oh, finally. Behold, the thing we've been after this entire time. The roaming legendaries for Generation 1's remakes, the legendary beasts. Depending on which starter you picked, determines which one you get. Since we picked Bulbasaur, we get Entei. If you pick Squirtle, you get Raikou. And if you pick Charmander, you get Suicune. Entei. Great stats. I don't think they're distributed well. Its focus is high physical attack and HP, which is very weird. Luckily, its other stats are still pretty good, and it is really fast, but I think Entei got better in later gens with moves like Heat Crash. I do love Entei's look, and I love what it does in the third movie, but it's probably the worst of the three legendary beasts, stat-wise. Raikou, on the other hand, this thing is a berserker, it is a lightning-fast sweeper, and it does its job really well. It's straightforward and to the point, give it Rain Dance and Thunder, and you're basically set. Very straightforward, no other thing to focus on, you're good. Finally, though, Suicune. Suicune is probably the most different of the three because it's actually a special tank, and it's built to be an incredibly good wall. This thing can take hits very well, it can give them back pretty hard, and since it has Mirror Coat, Lord help you if you hit this thing with a special attack to try and pierce through its legendary defenses. It was magnificently powerful in its heyday, and it still is a dominant threat when it feels the need to be. Of course, there's a reason why I told you to keep the Master Ball. Use it on the roaming legendary. It will always catch without fail. And that's that. Entei was caught. Whew. I'd like to point out, I did actually a few recordings of this. This took a little over an hour to do, but all things considered, it did not take as long as I thought it would. Entei, the volcano Pokemon. Volcanoes erupt when it barks. Unable to restrain its extreme power, it races headlong around the land. And we'll give a nickname to you. You are a legendary after all. I don't know if my usual naming scheme is going to fit you, though. Now that's going to come up just short. Gonna have to improvise. Because I would have just called you Volcano Star, but I don't have enough characters to work with. Thanks, game. I guess since you come from volcanoes. No, I got an idea. Magma Star. That sounds awesome. There we go. Magma Star was transferred to Bill's PC. I am so glad that's over. Because honestly, that was the most boring thing I've had to do for this entire Let's Play. That was literally me going back and forth for at least an hour. And I moved around a few spots to try it out, but ultimately this seemed to be the best spot to do it. So if you want to do this yourself, find two routes like this, get something that's high enough level to not encounter wild Pokemon outside of Legendary, and just back and forth with a lot of repels. Of course, you and I both know we're not done, though. There's two things of note. One, let's tag out Mantine and go get... who did I put actually back in the party? I think it was Nash. Oh no, it was Senko. Okay. You're back on the team. Ray, you served your purpose. I also was doing a little bit of training with Clicker. He's close to leveling up. We might take him with us, actually. Yeah, we'll take him with us for this dungeon. Because honestly, I feel like one of our team members might not be as useful as some of the others for what we're about to do. Yeah. Nash, I like you, bud, but I feel like it would be safer to not have you because I actually have some ideas. Well, let's check on Magma Star. Serious nature, so that's neutral. Pressure, all legendary beasts of course, like the birds have pressure. Ember, Roar, Fire Spin, Stomp. He hits hard when he wants to physically, but it's just, I don't know, man. You're fire type, you benefit from special attack more than anything else. But of course, there's still one place that we need to go before we go back to fighting the Elite Four. And that's Cerulean Cave. Path is open. Since we helped Celio and cleared the quest over in Sevi Islands of getting him both the Ruby and the Sapphire, the door is open. We have the power to go over there, and we have the power to track down and find you-know-who hiding inside. I'm going to stalk the hell out of Ultra Balls, and I think we're going to explore their next episode. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, we're going back to we're going through Cerulean Cave and encountering the end-all be-all boss of the first generation of Pokemon. Till next time, ice out.